Hey there, and welcome to part 3 of the Draconian Transmuter series. My name is Ic0n, and I'm very excited about this game because it's nice and challenging, and I'm absolutely on my toes on every single episode, and that's actually a good thing. That's really exciting if that happens. Okay, I'm sitting on a big +5 scimitar of flaming. I've invested some skills into that to make it useful. I dropped the unarmed combat along the way because I made the decision that I will run for long blades and for the mid game and transition into unarmed combat in the late game when I hopefully pick up statue form at some point. But until that, I level up shields until I hit 15, since I got this beautiful shield which is also usable in statue form. And yeah, bring the statue form, please, game. Well, if I'm unlucky, I'm not gonna find the spell in the whole game. That might happen. It'd certainly be a very hard game to deal with. Alright, I'm facing a herd of drink sheep. That's uncomfortable, for sure. Alright, I want to try out this ring. It's a ring with poison resistance. Ain't that handy. Alright, so I know all these upstairs already. So it's horrible, 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 and horrible. Okay, so I'm taking the first horrible, since the best thing I can take against these is to pull them upstairs. Just slaughter them ruthlessly. That's where to go. Alright, I'm gonna pull them upstairs again and just kill them. Green sheeps can bring you into very difficult situations, and that's why I wanted to split up this fight. But the scimitar sure feels pretty mighty by now. And the natural armor class does Draconian color features also. Well, this could be more dangerous, but I put up some thought work because the questioning behind this series was also how to play characters like these in the early game. And let's say I pulled up another color and didn't get as much AC as I would have. And let's assume I never found this shield and this weapon, then I would have went completely into unarmed combat and eventually go into what's it called, blade hands. And if you hit blade hands with a focus into unarmed combat, you're basically sitting on a huge two-handed weapon with a very nice attack delay. That's basically where you're sitting at, but you can't slaughter hydras. But apart from that, you can kill pretty much everything. You just can't use shields with blade hands. That's some downside in my opinion. That's something you'll have to take when you don't find any attractive weapon for going into a transmuter. But if you run into an interesting weapon, just go for it. It's a good way to survive into the mid game. Alright, seven-headed hydra appears. I'm standing right before this teleport trap, and I could make this hydra just disappear. But on the other hand, I could just fight it. I'm sitting on a load of wands, yet still I don't have evocations skilled. And most of these wands will make a lot of noise. Do I want to avoid that or no? Well, for now I feel like it's safer to make use of the teleport trap, because this was a very low distance fight. I would prefer to chunk down a few blasts of wand if I want to kill it like that, because I would use wand charges instead of potions in this scenario. If I go for agility potion, I usually don't want to use wands. Well, it's very important to don't blow up all your stuff into a situation that can be solved with less. Sometimes overkill happens. That's part of the game. Sometimes overkill is also a lot safer to do. And this cluster of aqua plants, that's 4 of them. 4. That's deadly. That's really, really deadly. Even for a late game character, this situation can be pretty interesting. And I found a new potion of agility. That's something that makes me happy. And I think I can fight these dream sheep here. That should be doable. Sorry for the moment of absolute silence, but I'm having a cold and I don't want to mess up with all this noise this produces from time to time when I have to clear up my nose. Alright, we have a new sacrifice. We can sacrifice purity. Dex -2. Health. AC -5. Ouch. Yeah, that's a big one. Or resistance. Well, the purity thing, that won't hurt me too much, actually. Yeah, let's do this. Take some dexterity from me, because, alright, I lose 2 dexterity, but I can't bring up dexterity with items so easily, so that's not gonna be that problem. And I have this passive aura. Power can strike those that harm you. Well, I really need to take a few fights more slowly and have a look at how Rue works in fights, because I gotta be honest, I never played Rue that much, and since I went into more improving style of playing, I have played Rue for a while. Okay. So he stops enemies which are attacking me. That's cool. And I'm pretty comfortable with the active skills to some point. It's still the passive skills I never took the time to check out how they actually work. I want to eat all this fruit. I found a new scroll of ancient armor there. I wonder if I want to enchant this shield harder. I think I want to, because chances might be that I'm gonna find a large shield along the way. But for a large shield, you need shields 25. That's a lot. This shield is way more accessible to me. Alright, there's this Hydra. Let's blast this Hydra. I'm gonna let these snakes get blown up in, because I don't care about them too much. I thought so. I'm gonna zap some lightning blasts into this dude and try to soften him up enough. Okay, now he's in range. Ugh. This torpor snail almost did something very, very horrible here. And this is not over yet. They can hit pretty hard. Don't get deceived by their snail-like looks. 25 damage is nothing to mess around with while you're slowed. Alright, but we survived layer 4 as well. And let's head deeper into this. Alright, a amulet. I haven't found amulets of harm yet, did I? No. I'm really reluctant here to try out another one. Because draining hits hybrid characters pretty hard. Okay, that's a new scroll. Still enough options to go to try it. Could be acquirement, and I don't want to sit on that. I sure could use some artifact armor gear. Because right now my resistances are plain out horrible. I might be sitting on some decent damage, but I'm totally lacking defenses. That's why I'm... Oh, messes. Alright. I don't have resistances and messes appeared. Longbow flaming. That's spooky. I mean, I have enough wands of ice blasts. Let's try to chunk him down with that. Doesn't do too much. What can I do here? He's pretty quick and he can blink, which means it's pretty hard for me to just take some offensive potion and smack at him. But Rue certainly tries to help us as hard as he can. Alright, let's pump some more wands into this guy. It's hardly doing anything. Alright. I'm gonna step forward and try to chunk him down like that. And I took in a horrible hit. Alright. Let's heal. And blink again. I want to heal again. That one shot really frightened me. I'm gonna acid this guy. These lightning ones really let me down. And well, I feel like I didn't play that too good. I feel like I should have picked the acid one way earlier when I noticed that these ones don't do anything. But well, I never thought that I would know everything perfectly at this point. There's always a lot to learn in this game. I mean, I think there are some players out there, some of them are even making videos, and they're really better than me in terms of decision making, and I'm actually trying to improve myself, but I feel like it's also interesting to watch somebody who's not, who's making mistakes like everybody else. Maybe a bit more of them than somebody else, but I think learning how to deal with mistakes, with stupid decisions is very, very important for this game. You can certainly fix out a whoopsie or two along the way. Okay, facing a bunch of blink frogs. The last pack went pretty smooth, so I'm taking these with some confidence right now. Alright. It's really useful that Rue stops some attacks. And this creates some protective layering around my build with the dodging and the shields and also some attack halting effects. That's stacking up. And sometimes I really do a lot of damage. Alright, I think I gotta do some more research about the passive effects of Rue worshipping. I feel like I'm missing a thing or two here along the lines. But yeah, I wanted to try out something new as well, because it's certainly fun to fiddle around with stuff you're not too used to. A Fatomer, I love these. Hey Yak. Ooh. Okay, I stumbled into a lair, obviously. Or it's just again a random death yak, I don't know yet. But a death yak is a thing I need to take seriously. Maybe I can make use of this. And I want to bring up at least some snakes before I begin fighting this dude. Some distraction helps a lot. Alright, what's this? Yeah. This is the lair. Hard vault, I wanted to say. Alright. Now I want to try to bring down these dudes with help of my snakes. I'm dancing between my summons here, always trying to stand in a manner that I'm only facing one death yak at a time. Now I'm just running away because getting swarmed too hard. This doesn't work out at all. There are a lot of these in there. So I could die if I take another hit. So I'm gonna keep running for now. And it doesn't look like I'm able to get him away in time. If I go upstairs and he gets in 2 swings along the way, I could be dead. So I rather don't want to take this risk. And I have a lot of blinking scrolls and I have fear scrolls. Let's try to fear this. Alright, that certainly did the job. I mean, I could have blown up a haste or a blink scroll, but well, I feel like those are really valuable tools I want to use for a situation like this. And here I really wasted this scroll of fear into my overconfidence. Didn't expect so many death yak to show up actually. Alright. Let's retake this with more cautiousness. That's the word. Alright. Snakes again to help me punching this dude a bit. The one-way stairs was perfectly okay for me because I can live with splitting up these. Alright, that's some horde. That's some horde here hanging around. Alright, I'm gonna get chunked if I fight like this. This looks a lot better. But because there's 2 of these dudes, I think I'm just gonna Berserker into this. Because Berserk Rage provides more than enough damage to take care of this situation. But I don't feel able to take this fight if I go straight up with a head into it. And my wands don't help too much here, because I don't do enough damage to get rid of these by doing so. But I'm past the point where I wanted to focus shields actually. And well, for now, I feel like I want to stay this way. I can't rely on this spell casting anymore because apart from sticks to snakes, I have no spells which actually help me too much right now with this setup. That's mainly because I went into Great Draconian and I noticed that I'm losing all my natural armor class bonus if I swap into spider form or ice beast form. And that means basically that I'm not able to fight as well in these forms than being in my natural form. Alright, I'm ignoring these death yak for a while, actually. Decided to go down here, and I'm gonna magic map layer 6. It's always worth doing so. Alright, what's this? Actually, don't recognize this ending. Okay. Let's be double careful, could be anything. A ring of strength. No, don't need that too much actually. Let's turn off the auto pickup for these. I'm not too fond of buying into this. Strength doesn't do too much for me. It improves my damage output when I put in Blade Hands. It's certainly good, but I don't want to drop the Dex ring right now. And neither do I want to drop the Poison Resistance ring, so that's looking dangerous here. It's really looking dangerous. It's 2 Hydras at once. Spooky. Okay, what I'm gonna do. So, if there's 2 Hydras rushing towards me from this side, chances are that I'm gonna be facing a lot of Hydras there. Yet still, I feel pretty capable of dealing with Hydras at this point. Actually, I am. I feel like a Potion of Agility might do the trick to hammer down these dudes. Yeah, totally. I thought this might work. Even if it wouldn't have worked, I had some options left to escape. Okay, so expect some more Hydra action around this corner, actually. Okay, but there's a spellbook. There's a warg. Some wolves. Well, looks like this double Hydra situation there was entirely random. Hellhounds, I gotta be careful with these. I'm not fire resistant. A Book of Dreams. So, silence could be very, very useful. And so would be shadow creatures. And Sorcered Hibernation, well, it's a bit late to pick up that spell. It's gonna be losing importance along the way. Okay, I'm gonna carry this around a bit and think about it. I mean, silence is certainly attractive, but I don't want to learn any of these because I'm pretty far away from performing level 6 magics, and none of these spells I want to opt in too hard into. I mean, no, not yet. I don't want to go for a full summoning set here. I mean, I could with shadow creatures. You can pretty much run a summoner, but I already sacrificed some essence, which means I'm pretty bound to use spellcasting lore as a secondary resource. I want to be able to put out the damage with my auto attacks, with the build I'm running. And I mean, silence, that's certainly one thing. Darkness is also very interesting because it reduces vision range. But I don't think I want to opt into darkness because I sacrificed my stealth. And darkness also gives a huge buff to stealth, which I would be missing. Okay, Hydra time. I feel confident. I feel really confident here. Yeah. The shield upgrade really proved useful. And I feel like making this shield +4 was a good investment in terms of safety. And what happened there? Focus your will and illuminate the crocodile in retribution. Alright, so put a Corona into this dude by the new passive. Okay, that's nice. Corona just makes the enemy easier to hit, and also makes it impossible to go invisible. It's not OP, but it's not useless either. It's absolutely not useless. Alright, right now I'm circling around these danger zones as hard as I can. I noticed the density of Ic0n around and lesser drakes around the mid. And I feel like this could be some dragon ending. This could be the dragon ending. Wow. Alright. So I feel like I want to return upstairs and get rid of the yak situation up here. That's something that's on my list because I feel that's safer to do. before I go for the finales down here. Alright, there we go. There's the happy crowd. Alright, there's still way too much to fight them, just without dropping some resources. Well, I have a potion of might, but I'm very reluctant to use it. Because it's my only potion of might. I feel like a potion of haste will help a lot. And I have a lot of these. But I really prefer to use haste potions more defensively. So I've got a phantom mirror. That's actually pretty useful. I mean, I could clone one of these dudes. That could soften up the fight a lot. But I feel also like a phantom mirror would be a bit of an overkill item for situations like these. So what I'm gonna do, let's check what a nice blast does to them. Almost nothing. Alright, let's forget that. I feel like I'm gonna try to take a few swings at this and see how this will work out. So I took down the first with ease, without taking too much damage actually. And it feels like this fight might be actually winnable, but I took in a few hits too much, and I'm falling back, because I don't feel like I'm able to finish off the next guy after this. And this could work out though. I feel like I can win it. Alright. Evasion and shields. Pretty strong combo. And look, there's my food. My food is trying to kill me. I want to eat you guys. Stop hurting me. Alright. Very nice. I took down this fight without any resource using. That feels good. Feels very, very good. Alright, let's break it down into this corner. That's better. Okay, so all this training finally pays off. Very nice. Okay, let's get into lair 6. Let's hope to survive this ordeal. I feel like going this way feels a bit safer, but I'm still missing resistances. But I'm carrying around a potion of resistance, so if there's a dragon at the end, I'm able to deal with him. But these hellhounds are spooking me a bit, since I'm vulnerable to fire, but yeah. So far nothing too spooky happened. There we go. Got in a big bad riposte. And my evasion rating is climbing slowly, since we're losing more and more encumbrance of the shield and also training evasion. And look at that, long blades and evasion. It's a wonderful combination. Really is fun to play. Alright. So far, this area proves to be pretty doable. Ooh. This is getting ugly though. I'm at half HP. Fighting a bit slower here because I feel a bit threatened. But turns out in the end, everything's fine. Alright. This guy went pretty strong in the long run. That's certainly a lot of bears. Alright, I want to kite back. Actually, I want to kite right back into this. They're chunking down the plants, and it turns out I'm not actually strong enough to fight all these bears at once. I gotta admit it, that I'm not able to chunk down this army quick enough. So I'm falling back to these stairs. It's not a shame to make strategic retreats if you're not playing health brawl, that is. That's why I want to put up some health crawl schemes as well. Like I mentioned in the last episode, I'm gonna do this along the coming week. Alright, so I'm standing here and taking these bears one by one, because that was certainly a very, very huge mass of enemies. And here we are at 2 points of piety with Rue. That's a very sweet spot to take. And yeah, these passive skills really help a lot. And the next skill will allow me to heal myself while draining myself a bit. But that's also very, very nice to have, because Rue is very special in one way. You never ever spend piety with this god. You keep your piety. You never lose it. You can use these skills as long as you can afford them in terms of skill cost. And that's certainly something, some uniqueness to this god. Let's put it like that. I found a scroll of fog. It's very cool. First Raiju. Oh, it went down pretty quickly. Catobal Pass. Okay. Followers of these series know my despise for these creatures. That's why I'm gonna acid this dude. He got corroded and thus easier to harm. And yeah, it's pretty easy to kill them, but I keep fighting them too hasty and end up in bad situations. And on top of that, they hit pretty hard. That's something I gotta admit about these. If you take it slowly and always begin sidestepping once you're standing in their clouds, you're not risking to get petrified. That's it. Alright. Picking up some scroll. One of paralysis. That's the point where I really want to put up some evocations, guys. One of paralysis is very, very nice to have. Alright, we're slowly hitting the Mindalay with long blades. And I feel like this is a very good spot to drop long blades for a while and pump a few points into evocations. I haven't found a single good spellbook yet, which really gets me going. And that's why I'm gonna delve into evocations right now, because I feel like evocations will help me surviving the progress into this game, because at some point I will find some useful books or something like that. Alright, so one side bears, one side dogs. Alright, one, take it here. It's pretty spooky considering all these Raichu with their position swapping and lightning damage. But turns out I'm pretty able to deal with them. Alright. That's all without resistances. Pretty surprised to imagine this going way worse for me. Right, the boss took down the one guy almost in one hit. That's really useful. I really like it what they did with long blades. Back in some older versions I played, long blades didn't have this feature. And I feel they did a good job in giving long blades a nice, unique flavor. Alright, I've spotted a Hydra, so I'm gonna step into this corner. But a four-headed should be no biggie by now. And I hit level 14. That's some more HP. Black Mamba. Remember the Black Mamba? It's not spooking me that hard anymore. And here we are, looking at a jeweled Brodex. Holy moly, that's Oh boy, that's some eggs. Wow. I mean, the thing about statue form. Was it like that? Okay, grand, 17 power AC, HP, +2 strength, takes more time to take action, that's gloves. Unarmed, okay, 12 plus unarmed skill base, unarmed damage, alright, and 50% bonus on all melee. Alright, so I feel like this is stronger than going for this. Oh, that's certainly one good X. Yeah, there you are. Spec'd into long blades. I was playing a Transmuter once. Turns out I'm playing a fighter. Whoa. Well, I can't wield this axe properly yet. But, okay. Let's face this fight first. I'm trying to kill off this Cthulhu Pass. Because once he's gone, the rest of this is pretty easy going. Oh, this axe is really some tough decision making, because with this thing I could really finish up the game with melee and everything. Would just need to pick up some auxiliary spells around that. Maybe if I could pull a Book of Battle into that or something like that, I would pretty much set. Would be pretty much set. I would be a bit sad though, since I wanted to play a Transmuter and not another fighter. But well, the other option would be to take this axe into statue form. Oh, I'm missing out on a very, very sweet armor potentially. But I won't be carrying it around. Okay, Lindworm. So this time I'm gonna be smarter. So it was like that, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's beam is very useful. If you want to beam, just join the game with the most spectators. You need to join a game on the servers where you find beam, and then you just need to write into this chat this thingy, and then beam will follow, and you can ask him questions. Acquire useful informations like that these lindworms can do up to 54 damage with their fire breath. That's a lot. That's a lot of fire damage. But I'm only having one potion of resistance at this point, and this Cthulhu Pass is making this situation especially deadly, actually. What I'm gonna do, I don't want to fight this like that, and then there's this Black Mamba. So, thanks, dude. The Cthulhu Pass petrified the Mamba for me, and that's my exit ticket here, because I don't feel able to put up this fight under these circumstances. I feel like it's way too risky for my taste to fight a Lindworm and a Cthulhu Pass at once. If this petrification thing is kicking in, or if they're just punching me too hard while I need to take these side steps and get attacked again, because that's what's gonna happen if I fight these together. Yeah, I'm taking the first shot, which hurt me terribly. But I feel like I didn't need to go into my only scroll potion of resistance here. because, well, there are way more spooky situations on a Lindworm to face. And it's my only potion of resistance. I really cling to it a bit. And, well, it was a bit lengthy, but it worked. The worst things might get just away. Okay, so the barbed. Okay, I unbarbed myself, and I've noticed a dire elephant. But oh, this is some terrible spot. Alright. I want to blast some Ic0n into this. I really want to get rid of this manticore first. And alright. So this Lindworm can potentially blow me up. It's still, I don't feel like I have much chance apart from blinking there, and that was exactly what I was hoping for. But let's check this Rhyme Drake as well. I really need to have some intel here on how much damage this can potentially do. So that's 39. That's actually more than I have. It's pretty rough, considering that I still don't own any teleportation scrolls. That's the thing here. Put myself into a very bad spot here, and somehow I feel the best shot to take would be, well, it's resistant to cold. That might just do nothing. Paralysis? Too uncertain for my taste here. I feel like going acid would be pretty smooth, and I feel like doing so. Alright, I got rid of the Drake, and I feel like going into haste could just do the job right here, because right now I'm quick enough to get rid of the frog, and I think I want to blow up this frog and just flame wand him. Yeah, I can. Alright. Just didn't want to have this dude hanging around. Alright, we have a Mamba situation, and somebody smacked me pretty hard. I will still have enough HP to fight it. Okay, so that's one rough ending for me. That's Transmuter's life. We're just getting a handful of tools which sufficiently get you to some spot where you can somehow survive into the mid game, but you're pretty much stuck to the point where you gotta rely on stuff you find along the way to survive. And this Lindworm is seriously bugging me off. He doesn't have too much HP though, so I want to acid this dude. I feel like that's the safest way to get rid of this guy. And I can also soften up the dire elephant along the way. And there goes the Lindworm. Alright, we got rid of one problem. Let's analyze the next problem. So I really wish I had another agility potion for this, but for now I feel like let's do 55. Let's go for a few swings here. I'm having a cautious eye on my HP, but judging from the looks of it, I was pretty fine fighting it like that. Alright, time for the rewards. A vibrating jade amulet. Alright, let's try this. So it's basically the same, just with +4 strength, and that's actually pretty unexciting, but thanks, strength 16, yay. But there's this agility potion I wanted, and they gave me my haste potion back. so I'm not moaning. At least the fun didn't come at any cost, apart from Ic0n. Alright, that's some yak swarm. Holy moly. Let's pull him right there. But right now, I'm taking almost no damage from this amount of yak, and this Hydra is chunking me horrible. Wow. That's how quick your luck can change. What a mess. This worked so well the last times. So it might even blink because of that. What the? Okay, we're gonna take one more swing. So it's four-headed now, which means I can be blown up still. I could go haste. I probably want to do that. And just, wow. I feel like I could flame it down by now. This should be certainly doable. Stupid Hydra. Well, that's the point. I mean, yeah, if you've watched the last episodes, I was sometimes able to deal with them, and this dude just chunked me up horrible. Even though I really, well, feels pretty random from time to time, but we're done with the lair, and it's time to go for another adventure. And I want to keep this in mind, that I'm able to evoke Berserk Rage, and I've totally overlooked that I'm able to make another sacrifice. So let's check. I do know what courage means, and nimbleness is sacrificing my dodging. No root. No deal. I don't want to sacrifice anything apart from that. Yes, I want to reject. It's a good guy, Rube. Doesn't take it rough if you're saying no to his gifts. So there we are. I'm really happy I'm having this potion of resistance right now, because I remember Harold was hanging around here, and I'm perfectly able to deal with him right now. I'm gonna keep leveling evocations until it hits 8. It's gonna be the spot where I feel it's enough for me now to use it. And I should be able to deal with the rest of dungeon pretty well here after doing the lair. Although the lack of elemental resistances certainly can get pretty spooky around here. Because of people like this, there's Fanar. I have one potion of resistance though. Yet still, he's only yellow. Maybe he's doable. Maybe he's just elf popsicle by now. Alright, let's try. Let's give him a few swings. Yeah, he's not doing anything. Fanar is one of these bosses you can meet down at lair 1. And that's why I was pretty confident taking him on right now after clearing the whole lair. Alright, first Cyclops choking down pretty good. Shields is getting there slowly, and once that's cleared up, I'm gonna have more space for other skills as well. Okay, hey there, Harold. I want to know how much damage you can put up, Harold. That's really nice to know. So it's up to 51. That's actually a lot. So it's also yellow by now. tries to net me. That's a bit nasty, but somehow, whoa, nah. I'm gonna resistance into that. That was way too much damage for one spell for my taste. And he has a new throwing net for me. Ain't that nice? A few of those actually. Cool. These are pretty useful. I really like to have a few of these hanging around. Alright, I really feel miserable for dropping this away, but I don't see me swapping over to Axis at this point. I've invested so much into getting there that I don't feel like dropping long blades at this point. You've come too late, my friend. Alright, let's drop the one of random effects out of our auto pickup. These times are gone. Oh, from the food shop. Alright. Weapon shop with hand crossbow. It's certainly worth marking. I love hand crossbows. They're really useful options for ranged combat if you're into shields. And there's Gastronaut. Alright. Gastronaut has the hat I want to have. And, well, I feel like hasting into him should be sufficient. So let's do that. Can I do something useful before this fight? I'm gonna try a lucky paralysis. One might always try. So attacking at a very low attack delay here. He slowed me, which means I'm exactly the same, and we put him down. I don't know if this potion of haste was really necessary, but we got his hat. Turns out to be a normal one. It's a bit sad. So many food shops here. Alright, bunch of kobold. I feel like I should be through with the spooky stuff for this floor. Maybe. Book of party tricks. Let's have a look. Those are some useful spells. Tukima's dance can be very, very useful. And I feel like I want to bring up this spell. Because this spell is especially handy against ogres and giants and everything, and that's why I'm gonna hard invest into hexes at this point, because I feel like that's one of the best options I've ran into so far, and it's not too costly to put it up, and this is a very, very powerful spell against certain kinds of threats. And I'm so interested in this because nasty hard hitters like ogres and giants will always be a topic for me to be on my toes until I hit statue form, which, well, might never happen, so I want to have options to conquer through this game. Hybrid means that you're open to a lot of different spell schools. Only because I started as a Transmuter doesn't mean that I can't opt into different spell schools I pick up along the way. And that's one important thing to keep in mind. Although I would be most happy if I run into a statue form. Yeah, that is. Means not impossible. Happens a lot actually. Alright. So there we have another book of party tricks. And a fan of Gales. I can't carry that anymore. Alright. So I don't know why I'm carrying around these needles anymore. Neither this longsword. Don't need these items. And there's a pair of gloves. Maybe it's something better. Gloves of dexterity. Nice. I really love to have that, because that means we're sitting on more evasion with that, which is really good. Ah, thanks. So there's these boots I was missing, and a cloak of magic resistance. I mean, that's still no elemental resistances, but it's a start, you know? It's a start. So I found a new ring of intelligence. I don't want to pick more of these up. Thank you, game. Well, I'm carrying around too much stuff, but that's actually pretty obvious. I need to get rid of a few wands here at this point. I don't want to be carrying around wands of flame anymore, neither confusion, paralysis I want to keep. Also a few of these lightning wands. I can zap these down, but I need some spots here. And this will help a lot. This will help a damn lot. Alright, we're a bit magic resistant now, and finally put up some more AC on this floor. I put up 4 AC overall with the hat from Gastronaut and the new cloak here and the boots. First ugly thing, let's take a few swings into it. Looking good. Looking good. So Rue confused this dude for me, and can't take any sacrifice here. Just wanted to check since I missed it the last time. Alright. We're getting somewhere with this dude. Hope I can bring him to the late game there. Oh, this axe. This axe is such a strong axe. But the thing is, this axe needs a skill level of 18. That's a lot. I'm not willing to invest so hard at this point in the game. I really want to bring up more spell casting instead of more longblade. Another weapon skill tree I have to level up from 0. That's why I have to pass this wonderful axe. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thanks for watching again. I'm really enjoying this run a lot. Feels very, very exciting. A bit more than the Merfolk Gladiator actually, which I didn't. Well, it was an interesting game, but yet still, this feels a lot more challenging and enjoyable to play actually for my taste. But it's everybody. Everybody has to find it there. Alright, so if you like, leave me some comments or some thumbs. I would always love to hear some feedback on these videos, and until then, enjoy your time, and we're gonna see each other again in the next video. Bye bye guys.